かっこ悪い。
Why don't you talk to me anymore?
I'm over here.
Oh. Well, who's this?
Cell phones aren't for throwing! A cell phone with legs? Keitai Sousakan 7.
Hello and welcome to Chikyu Seijin ProtoMet, or Earth Alien ProtoMet. Tokusatsu. When most people hear it, they usually associate it with guys wearing rubber costumes destroying miniature cities, or guys in spandex outfits fighting guys in rubber costumes. And yeah, that is a pretty big part of Tokusatsu, but Tokusatsu literally means special filming. And as such, it actually refers to a wide range of special effects, not just costumes. We've got miniature explosions, the miniature cities in and of themselves are Tokusatsu, just whatever visual effects they use, and CGI. Today I'm going to be talking about a Tokusatsu show that more heavily relies on CGI for its Tokusatsu. In that case, I'll be talking about Keitai Sousakan 7. So, let's get to talking.
Keita Amashima was your average apathetic high school student until one night he was almost killed by a rogue construction robot. His life was saved, however, by Sosuke Takimoto, an agent of an organization known as Under Anchor, and his robotic cell phone buddy, the phone braver designated 7. Though Keita was saved, Takimoto was seriously injured, and Keita decided to take on Takimoto's role at Under Anchor, an organization that covertly monitors the net for various types of crime and other ill stuff. Takimoto, however, doesn't survive very long, and that leaves Keita as 7's only remaining buddy. The two work together to deal with a number of different crimes, including hackers, swindlers, rogue AIs, and a lot of it is connected to a rogue phone braver named 01, who is himself questioning his role in life, really. Along the way, Keita is aided by another agent of Under Anchor, Daiki Kirihara, and his phone braver buddy, 3rd.
Now, I'm just going to stop here with regards to the plot, because I want you guys to go out and check out this series for yourself and find out some of the twists and turns that the show has. But I will say this, despite how kind of heavy my description of the plot was, this is largely a comedy. But it's also a drama, and it actually manages to transition between the two seamlessly between episodes. You'll have one episode be absolutely hilarious and another being pretty heavy and insightful. Furthermore, this show actually covers some topics that even now, 10 years later, are still quite relevant with regards to the net. And that's pretty impressive.
Another positive aspect of the series is the relationship between Keita and 7, which initially starts out kind of cold, but eventually the two grow close, and it's actually a pretty major aspect of the overall plot, so I'll just leave it at that. But the relationship is handled really well, and in fact, all the characters are handled really well, though a lot of them do kind of fall to ending up being background characters. They do at least feel like they belong. Now, back when I covered Ryu Kendo, I kind of complained about the fact that there was a character who was barely in the show but showed up in the opening credits, and how I didn't like that. This show kind of does the same thing with Takimoto showing up in the opening credits. However, in this instance, I actually am okay with it. In Ryu Kendo, the character that was appearing in the credits really didn't contribute too much to the story. Takimoto, on the other hand, is such a vital part of the overall story that his inclusion in the credits is completely acceptable. Yes, he dies at the end of the first episode, but like the comedian in Watchmen, his influence overall is felt throughout the story. And that's a good thing. Also, again, the fact that this show covers a lot of topics that are still relevant now, 10 years later, is quite impressive. As the show covers not only hacking, but also online swindling, identity theft, and even AI concerns. And that's pretty impressive considering that we still have these concerns today. And while it hasn't really gotten all that better, things have changed since the show came out, but the show still feels completely relevant in the modern era.
You know, going into this, I didn't really know what to expect from this series. But now that I've seen it, it's actually one of my favorite tokusatsu shows, even if it's not the traditional tokusatsu style. The characters are all great, the writing is really, really good, and the story overall is actually pretty darn deep. The final episode, which I won't actually say anything about, is really good, and a fine conclusion to the series. I highly recommend this series, and honestly, I'm kind of gonna miss those little cell phone guys. For Earth Alien ProtoMet, this has been me, ProtoMet. See ya!
He left me behind again.